Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're looking at a product that's really blowing up lately. It brings this ancient remedy, Dr. Sebi Batana Oil,
Sure.
right into the modern spotlight.
Exactly. And we thought this deep dive was pretty necessary because, when something comes out under the Dr. Sebi name, there's often this implication of like miracle results overnight.
Right.
So our mission was really to look at the source material, see if it actually lives up to those pretty big claims tied to traditional wellness.
And what seems clear right away from the sources, this isn't new. Batana oil, it has a really long history
Right.
in Central America, used traditionally for things like hair thinning,
Yeah.
breakage.
hmm
But okay, let's challenge the claims.
Yeah.
Where does the performance actually lie? Is it really about, miraculous growth?
Well, the strength seems to be more in maintenance, maybe not magic. The sources point pretty clearly to scalp health as the core benefit. So regular massage with it, it's very moisturizing, helps strengthen the hair right at the root, which means less breakage, and yeah, creates a better environment for growth.
But what about along the actual hair strands? We hear it's full of fatty acids. What makes it seal the deal there? Does it really smooth things out?
Yeah, that's interesting. It's particularly high in oleic acid, and you can think of that as sort of a key player in sealing the hair cuticle.
Oh,
So that protects the hair shaft, locks in moisture, which is why people report it smooths frizz and brings back shine, especially, like you said, for textured or curly hair, which just craves that moisture.
right. That makes sense for general hair health, for maintenance. But those strong claims about new growth stimulation, did the sources show any, clinical data? Or is it mostly traditional knowledge?
It's largely observational, rooted in, centuries of use, but the reported long-term results are pretty compelling. Consistent users, they talk about seeing noticeably less hair shedding, like in the shower drain over several weeks, and they perceive more fullness, more body, probably because breakage is down and maybe new hair isn't falling out so fast.
Okay. Let's shift to using it. The sources mentioned it's quite versatile, right?
But
Beyond just rubbing it on the scalp.
oh yeah, you can use it as a scalp massage oil, sure.
Yeah.
Or leave it on overnight, like a deep treatment. Some people even mix it into their regular conditioners for a bit of a boost.
An extra kick.
Exactly. And there's a bonus application we found.
Yep.
Because it's so rich in those fatty acids and antioxidants, it actually works really well as a skin moisturizer too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, great for really dry spots, think elbows, feet, cuticles maybe. So it's got this kind of multi-purpose value, which is nice.
Okay, so for you, the learner, thinking about trying this,
hmm
the sources definitely highlighted a big caveat. This isn't instant gratification, not at all.
No.
This traditional approach, it needs patience, real commitment to using it consistently before you'll likely notice changes.
Absolutely. And practically, there are a couple of drawbacks tied to it being so, raw and natural.
Like what?
First, the smell. It's strong, very earthy. People definitely notice it during application, though it does seem to fade after you rinse it out.
Okay, good to know.
And second, because it's a pure natural thing, expect some variation. The color, the
Yeah.
texture, it might shift a bit from batch to batch. That's just nature.
Right, so commitment, patience,
Yeah.
and maybe holding your nose a little. Ultimately, it sounds like this oil is really best for someone dealing with thinning or dryness or damage and who prefers these holistic traditional remedies over chemical stuff.
Exactly. So if we connect it back to the mission, the oil, it makes a pretty strong case. It can be a really effective, holistic part of your self-care routine, provided you accept that commitment.
Right.
And understand that success here is measured more in prevention and maintenance, not necessarily rapid, dramatic transformation.
That brings up a final thought, something for you to maybe chew on. Given the patience and consistency needed for these traditional remedies, what's the real appeal? Why do we gravitate towards things rooted in deep history versus, say, the promise of instant results from modern chemistry, even if those results are sometimes temporary? Interesting thing to consider.